Welcome back, my degenerates, to a brand new episode. My name is Mr. Brightside, and welcome to episode number 2 of Scorchers Variants Reviews. Now, if you haven't seen my first episode, we covered the Warden. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below. So for today, we are going to be covering the Scorchers Scorchers Variants. And to start things off, we have the rare variant, the CROSSBOW, which has precision strike. Scorchers fly in a single line, striking the same path. Now, if you don't know what the Scorchers are, they are 3 laser strafing jets that run in a particular line that you will set up yourself. And it's going to go in a staggering formation, which means that it's going to hit left side, right side, and then back over to the left. Now, with the CROSSBOW flying in a single line, you know, I've thought about it, and I don't get it. These seem worthless to me. To fly in one single line, like if you're gonna run a Scorcher, alright, it flies over, it gets a kill, maybe 2, but then it flies over that exact same spot again. Like, nobody's gonna run into that jet stream that they just saw. No, they're gonna run away from it. So, and I just don't understand. Like, I've thought about every different game type on Infinite Warfare, and there's not a single game type where this makes any sense whatsoever. So I think that they really screwed up with this rare variant, and it's quite possibly pointless. Like, I'd rather take the regular Scorchers over the Scorchers CROSSBOW. For number 2, we have the legendary Pulsar, which has charged, increased movement speed, but requires a higher score streak cost. Now, the higher score streak cost goes from 800 points to 875, so it's not as significant as, like, say, the Warden Showtime, where it jumped from 1100 to 1700, but it's still almost an extra kill away from getting. And when they say the increased movement speed, I did the math, and it goes from 3.6 seconds for your first Scorcher to hit the ground from when you call it in to 3.1 seconds. Now, you might not think that's like a big deal, but when you hear the Scorchers come in, you run for your life to get under cover, and that half a second might be the difference between you getting a double, maybe even 3 of the guys that were running into a building compared to none of them. So you never really know, and plus I'd rather have them hit faster than slower. Even if it costs an extra 75 points, it still might be worth it. Okay, now for the last one, we have the Scorchers Hydra. Split strike, manually choose strike paths for each plane. So, which means that you can choose any direction of all 3 of your Scorchers. And it has its pros and its cons. The pros are pretty obvious. You can play multiple different positions on the map. And then, but the downfalls are that, A, you can play multiple positions, but it's going to take like 5 more seconds to put these up. Like with the regular Scorchers, all you do is you just pick the line that you want and you put it up. With this, you got to pick one line and then another and then another. It can take like 5 to 10 seconds. Number 2, which is kind of really stupid, but I do it sometimes, where I'll call in the epic and I'll actually kill myself because I'll forget where they're going. Like, I might put them in all different directions, and then all of a sudden it just rolls right over me and kills me. I know, it's stupid, but it does happen, and it will happen to you eventually. And then the third part is that with the Scorchers, one strafing jet really isn't that powerful. Like, you have to be really precise to hit the enemy team. You can be close to them and not kill them. So that's what's good about the regular Scorchers, that even if, like, let's say you're close and you hit them on the first one, but they don't die, the second or the third one is gonna go right over them and kill them. But if you hit them with just one of them with the epic, and then you have the other 2 facing different directions, you might not get any kills. There's times where I'll get like doubles and triples with this thing on one strafe, and then I get 0 for the other 2, or I'll just get none altogether, and that can be somewhat frustrating. Now, as you can see in my video, I tested out each score streak variant to see how many kills they would get in a game statistically, and I chose 6 spots on just recruit level just to get a feel for these things. And what the stats say is kind of interesting. The Scorchers CROSSBOW averaged out at 1 kill per use, and then the Scorchers Pulsar averaged out at about 1.75 kills per use, and then the Scorchers Hydra averaged out at 2.0 kills per use. And I mean, the Pulsar and the Hydra are pretty similar. I guess it just depends on the player. Like, if you're just looking for something really quick to throw up and just get a couple kills, the Pulsar is the way to go for you. But if you're looking to have just a little bit extra fun, the Hydra is going to do it for you. You just got to be careful with spending a little bit extra time using the Hydra, but statistically it should get you maybe 1 more kill per game, so it might not be worth it, but they are hella fun to use, I'm not gonna lie. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, drop that like down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you beautiful mofos on the next video. Peace out.
Joking.